Good morning, everyone. Hope we're all well. Today's hymn is Immortal, Invisible, God Only Wise. Immortal, Invisible, God Only Wise was written by Walter Chalmers Smith. Walter was born on December 5th, 1824 in Aberdeen, Scotland, the son of Walter and Barbara Smith, and named after both his father and the great Scottish reformer Thomas Chalmers. He was educated at Aberdeen Grammar School and at the University of Aberdeen's Marischal College. After graduation in 1841, he began to study for a legal profession, but 2 years later his faith was stirred and he sensed a calling to the gospel ministry. He entered the newly established Free Church's Theological Seminary, New College, Edinburgh. It was here that he would be mentored by Thomas Chalmers, the very person his parents named him after. In 1850, he was ordained as the pastor of Chadwell Street Scottish Free Church in Islington, London. In 1853, he was called back to Scotland to serve in the parish of Orwell, Kinrossshire, and in 1857, he began his pastorate at the Roxburgh Free Church. It was during his time here that he began his prolific career as a poet, hymn writer, and novelist. Ideas for his creative writing most often came to him as he studied for his Sunday sermons, but the inspiration for Immortal, Invisible, God Only Wise surprisingly came during a dinner with 11 other New College friends. As the men gathered around the dinner table, they recalled their happy bygone student days. They particularly recollected the lofty phrasings of their mentor's prayers. They rehearsed his most striking and memorable catchphrases, many of which now shape the cadences of their own prayer vocabulary. Inspired by their conversation, Walter began to scribble down their remembrances on a scrap piece of paper he retrieved from his coat. A few days later, as he was going over his notes, he realised that he had the beginnings of what would later become the hymn Immortal, Invisible, God Only Wise. His final composition was based on these meditations on these notes and on 1 Timothy chapter 1 verse 17 and Psalm 147. The highlight of Walter's ministry came in 1893 when he was chosen to serve as the moderator of the General Assembly for the Free Church of Scotland, which was regarded as the highest position in the Free Church. He retired in 1894 on the completion of this role. Walter died on September 19, 1908 and is buried in Edinburgh, Scotland. Walter was a distinguished preacher, had a considerable reputation as a poet, and of the many numerous poems and hymns that Walter wrote, Immortal, Invisible, God Only Wise is the only hymn that remains in use today. Through his struggle to express the inexpressible and describe the indescribable, Walter had created a unique hymn that is a profound testimony to the mystery of our immortal, invisible God. Thank you.
Immortal, invisible, God only wise, in light inaccessible, hid from our eyes, most blessed, most glorious, the Ancient of Days, almighty, victorious, thy great name we praise. Unresting, unhasting, and silent as light, nor wanting, nor wasting, thou rulest in might. Thy justice like mountains, high soaring above, thy clouds which are fountains of goodness and love. To all life thou givest, to both great and small. In all life thou givest the true life of all. We blossom and flourish as leaves on the tree, and wither and perish, but Father of light, thine angels